Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Did Robyn Brown, the star of Sister Wives, fail in her grand scheme? And if so, what specifically went wrong? She stated that, unlike her former spouse, she did not want a multifamily. For the first 11 years it was what she received, so what went wrong for her? How did her scheme backfire? For additional information, continue reading. How Robyn Brown's grand scheme failed. Robyn Brown became the fourth wife and divorcee of the Sister Wives. Prior to her, Mary Brown was her first wife, Janelle Brown came next, and Christine Brown Woolley came last. They shared one house with their husband, Kody Brown, and had 12 children altogether, with one more on the way. He made light of the fact that he was constantly moving around the house and only knew where his belongings were half the time. With Mary's assistance, he then began to court Robyn, and even though she lived 5 hours away, they fell in love. Until she moved near to the Browns, he would see her whenever he could. After they got married, she became Kody's final surviving wife in addition to his legal wife. Robyn has a tendency to play the victim, but he has always preached about how obedient and faithful she was. Since the OG3 departed the marriage, her entire life has fallen apart, and she is now forced to stay with Kody. A Reddit thread was formed with the belief that Robyn Brown's ultimate goal was not to split up the family, but rather to become the favorite wife. Some have argued that her plan was always to get Kody alone, while others think she had another grand scheme. She is now the lone and the favorite. Her tiny scheme was to keep the family together at all costs. Her small goal was to become the family's favorite wife. That really came back to haunt her, didn't it? Hehe. Being the preferred spouse is nothing if you have no one to show off your preference to. Everything is about the money. Others contend that Robyn Brown did not want her sister spouses to depart because doing so would require her to work, despite the fact that this argument is supported. She longs for the cash. Kody's currently creating her budget. The other wives show check is no longer with them. She continued to hold out hope that Mary and Janelle would give her money to avoid having to work. Robyn fears that she may return to a trailer without running water or power. And a ton of outstanding debts too. Karma Robyn, I bet David is giggling uncontrollably. Now, she and Kody Brown are asking $1.6 million for their Flagstaff house, and Christine Brown Woolley has just sued him. Since Janelle Brown has even mentioned hiring a lawyer, finances might definitely be a problem. What exactly do you believe Robyn was seeking for when she married into the family, and why do you think she did so? Talk to us about it and watch TLC's Sister Wives Sundays. Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, couldn't contain her tears as Michael T was delivered. She started to get quite emotional, and watchers observed her start to cry uncontrollably. Regular viewers of the show seem to be aware of Robyn's penchant for shedding tears of joy. She is capable of crying in any circumstance. Robyn has therefore occasionally cried far more than was necessary. But when admirers recently saw her crying after Michael T gave birth to her twins, they were taken aback. What was causing her tears? What became of Robyn? Discover what Robyn was up to during the birth of the star children by continuing to read. Michael T is no longer with Team Robyn and Sister Wives. But why? The birth of Michael T's twins is presently being shown on Sister Wives Season 19. Because of this edition captures the dynamics from a few years ago. But in reality, everything is radically different, and the Brown family's equations have suddenly altered drastically. Kody used to stand by Robyn no matter what, but they are no longer friends. It was recently verified by her that she and Robyn are no longer on good terms. Michael T claims that the latter said or did anything at Garrison's funeral that upset her. As a result, despite spending years together, she and Robyn developed a strained relationship. Michael T also stated unequivocally that she would not divulge the true cause of their rift. Because of this, many are speculating and wondering what transpired between these two. Sister Wives. Robyn cried upon the birth of Michael T's twin. What took place at this point? Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, made sure to be there when Michael T gave birth to her twins. It seems that COVID prevented her from doing the same with her first child. This made it really spectacular, and the celebrities were ecstatic about it. In a previous episode, Robyn recollected how they held their grandchildren jointly, with her holding Archer first and Christine holding Ace. When Robyn thought back on this poignant occasion, she nearly choked. Maybe she remembered her dream in which she and her sister-wives sat on a veranda and watched their grandchildren play. The celebrity also acknowledged that in her and Christine's eyes, she would have preferred for this to occur in a different scenario, raising questions about the relationships involved. However, Kody acknowledged that this experience was truly humbling and special for her, because she understood that Christine and Robyn were inside the same roof, not for each other but for her. Robyn went on, "It was kind of sweet because for a moment I could just forget all that. It was clear that the Browns are having difficulty adjusting to the new dynamics, because Kody was also agitated, because he had no idea what his current and ex-wife were discussing. It will take Robyn some time to get over her fantasy of living with her sister-wives. She's still getting used to the new formulas, so there will undoubtedly be a lot of crying in this new season." The $645,000 Utah home of Sister Wives star Christine Brown is being seen to fans behind closed doors as it goes up for sale. On Thursday, September 26, Christine, 52, posted on her Instagram story saying, "We are selling David's home instead of renting it." A listing that In Touch looked at stated that the 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house offers a perfect blend of comfort and convenience. A walk-in closet, remodeled kitchen and bathrooms, and a large backyard are just a few of the useful features of this 3,124 square foot property. Christine and her 60-year-old husband moved into this $770,000 Lehi, Utah, home in March 2023, 1 month before they announced their engagement. The 4,200 square foot new construction offers adequate room for Truly, Christine's youngest daughter, who she shares with her ex-husband Kody Brown, as well as unhindered views of Mount Timpanogos. There are 4 bedrooms and 2.5 bathrooms in this contemporary farmhouse. The house sale came after the Sister Wives actress filed a lawsuit against Kody, 55, on September 14. Christine is suing Kody for custody of Truly, 14, and retroactive child support. The Cooking with Just Christine actress requested that the court determine the teen's paternity because Kody isn't officially listed on her birth certificate, according to court documents that In Touch was able to get. The mother of 6 also asked for a domestic relations injunction, which prohibits both parties from harassing or abusing the other, terminating or altering services, taking the kids on unscheduled trips without a judge's approval, and denigrating or humiliating the other. It was Blogger Without a Crystal Ball that broke the story first. Following her separation from Kody in November 2021, Truly relocated from Flagstaff, Arizona, to a bachelorette pad in Utah with her mother. About a year later, in October 2022, insiders exclusively told In Touch that Kody was not present in his daughter's life and that Christine had to make accommodations for the Wyoming native. The insider said, "He's still paranoid about COVID and everything else. Kody won't be in a relationship with Truly if Christine doesn't want to choose to transport and make it happen, nor would she subject Truly to this kind of stress. In order to visit his daughter, he would have to leave his nest." Christine justified her decision to move her daughter from Arizona, saying that in the end it will help to mend Truly and Kody's father-daughter relationship. She said that the change had frozen the partnership at a mutually beneficial stage. The previous marriage also has children: Kody, Aspen, Gwendolyn, Isabel, and Paydon, in addition to Truly. In the Sister Wives episode airing October 15, 2023, Christine stated, "I firmly believe that moving to Utah was the best choice for me, and for Truly when I lived in Flagstaff. I was aware that I was separating Truly from her father. Moving Truly away from Kody seemed to be the wisest course of action in my opinion to maintain their connection." Kody, on the other hand, disagreed with Christine and criticized the rationale behind her choice. "It's such BS for Christine to believe that by removing Truly from me and merely keeping our relationship, she's saving mine." The father of the Brown family admitted as much in his own confessional, calling the circumstances ridiculous. Robyn Brown is still in shock about her Family Women's departure, even after season 18 of Family Women concluded, and is currently looking for expert assistance to accept her present marital circumstances. The last woman standing disclosed to People that, although she never pictured herself in a monogamous marriage, Kody Brown is adjusting to the new reality stylishly and managing a spouse who had not 1, not 2, but 3 splits in a little over a year. "Not a bone. Ought to get married when they're divorcing," Robyn said to the publication. It's been quite difficult. In order to assist her heal after losing her close Musketeers family women, Robyn disclosed that she is currently attending therapy sessions. Mary Brown, Janelle and Christine. As the Ashley had previously disclosed, Christine confirmed her separation from Kody in November 2021. Janelle, Mary, and others followed suit in January 2022 and January 2023. Robyn had previously disclosed during the Season 18 tell-all that Kody had attempted to sabotage his one and only marriage in the months that followed his multiple divorces. She continued, "I've had to work really hard to not let him." Robyn expressed her feelings over the Brown family's numerous separation, saying, "I feel like we failed. We each have a stake in this collectively. According to our commitment, we compressed it. Only Robyn and Kody are still together in terms of their relationship, and Robyn says that won't alter in the slightest. I never allowed it. I wanted to get out," she remarked. "I am aware of how much I cherish Kody," she said. "He's doing his stylish thing." Son of Kody and Christine, Michael T. Brown, used her Patreon account prior to this month to vent about the internal situation of her pater, as well as his lady. Following a commenter's observation that Robyn in particular seemed veritably depressed on Sister Women, Michael T. responded, "I completely agree," adding that Robyn appears depressed in real life as well as on television. "I believe she's struggling," Tony Padron, Michael T.'s husband, continued. "Indeed, she's not exactly having an easy time with commodities. Not one of them is." Michael T., one of the numerous Brown kids who isn't upset with Kody and Robyn, continued to state that her parent was a 100% transitory depression. "I guess my father has been experiencing depression since the COVID-19 pandemic, and his sadness has been exacerbated by his loss of relationships with his children and his ladies. And everything kind of accumulates and accumulates," she remarked. Additionally, my father, he became enraged, gloomy, and sabotaging. Michael T. observed that although losing everything he knows, it had strengthened her character. She thought that it had been a long time coming for her despair. In a People interview, Kody acknowledged that it has been difficult to maintain good relations with each of his 3 spouses for the benefit of the children they share. He remarked, "It's been painful, a lot of finger-pointing and blame. But you have to hope that our fellowship endures in the future, considering that we are forever connected to our children. For the family, it is genuinely depressing." On March 5, Janelle Brown and her ex-husband Kody Brown lost their 25-year-old son Garrison Brown to suicide. It was an unimaginable loss. Over the past 10 years, suckers have seen Garrison transform from a small child in tears as his family prepared to leave Utah to an adult and happy homeowner in Flagstaff, Arizona. Garrison had a tender heart and a penchant for pussycats. 3 had been spared from euthanasia by him. The roommate, Gabriel Brown, and Garrison's younger family learned about his family when he got home, according to the Flagstaff Police Department. A discourse is presently underway. History. Janelle and Kody shared the exact same messages on their personal social media accounts. "It is with great sadness that Kody and I must announce the passing of our lovely son, Robert Garrison Brown," they wrote. "He was a bright spot in the lives of all who knew him. His passing will leave a void in our lives that is so immense it will make us gasp. We kindly request that you respect our seclusion and join us in honoring his memory." Janelle served as Kody's stand-in girlfriend. The polygamous household. Garrison left his mother's house during the COVID-19 pandemic. According to TMZ, the family was mainly at odds over Kody's stringent COVID regulations. Many of his offspring are still not in contact with their father. Sadly, there are times when a misfortune like this can unite a family. In 2021, Garrison finally purchased a townhouse, and 2 of his siblings moved in with him. At one point, Gabriel and Gwendolyn Brown, members of his family, shared a room with Garrison. Christine Brown, Gwendolyn's mother and Kody's 3rd wife, didn't think the 3 of them moving in together was a smart idea. Christine added, "They're veritably different politically, at the moment. They really are very, very different." Garrison loves to share his life with his pussycats on social media, and was quite active in that regard. His most recent Instagram photo featured him embracing his family with newfound agility. "Ms. Buttons, this is the newest addition to my home," he wrote. She was 9 times old and about to be put to death, but my rescuer complex was unable to intervene. Together with his mother and father, Garrison leaves behind 17 siblings as well as 3 perk moms, Christine, Robyn Brown, and Mary Brown. My thoughts are with his bereaved family. Robyn Brown has consistently served as a pivotal figure within the Sister Ladies ensemble. She has raised a lot of questions among spectators about her genuine motivations in the Brown family ever since the first season. Still, the one-on-one moments in season 17 were the main reason for her increasing ick factor. Robyn Brown, star of TLC's Family Women, expressed certain impacts that made her feel more icky throughout season 17. Robyn Brown stuck to her guns, wanting the Brown family to stay together. She was not happy that Christine Brown had broken up with Kody Brown, nor that Janelle and Mary's marriages to him were going poorly. Robyn continued to behave as though she was unaware of Christine's motivations for abandoning their tribe on the shameful Cutter in the Feathers event, even as the season went on. In Las Vegas? That is not a trifle. I relived the conversations and the events that transpired. I remember you two going on enjoyable dates, hearing about them and seeing your guys bond. Either that or you guys were acting fake around me. I'm not sure, Robyn asserted. That wasn't the worst of it, though. During the one-on-one events of the season, Robyn engaged in her research on the deaths of her fellow family women. Relationships with Kody. Her remarks were brittle. Robyn explained to Sukanya Krishnan, the host of the episode, that the women's relationships with Kody soured because they failed to take care of them. Her remarks were covered by People magazine. He's had romantic partners. They reject him in a loving way because it makes them uncomfortable or they don't like it. That's not who they are, she said in a moment of nausea. I'm sorry, but I don't understand how rejecting your partner's affection will strengthen your relationship. She went on. How is your husband expected to feel when you see what he's doing for you if you're sitting there continually pecking at him about what you didn't get? Even if you have this apple in your hand but really want her orange? How can he be expected to feel valued? Is Robyn Brown appropriate to address Kody Brown's prior relationships? Robyn Brown's fiery nature was visible in the early seasons of Family Women. She didn't hesitate to share about her studies throughout the several confessionals in the series, letting it all out on every occasion. Robyn moved, and her address changed throughout time. She became more reserved and seemed to be completely unaware of the change in the dynamics inside the family. However, she was presumably enough aware of the problems Kody was experiencing with each woman, as he was at her house the majority of the time. She said that she could speak Kody. Suddenly, a few of his women, until they ceased to feed into that story. Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown shared a modest home with Kody for 16 times. They therefore became specialists at managing his moods and understood when it was appropriate to broach difficult themes and when it wasn't. However, as the newest female, Robyn decided to become the Kody whisperer on her own. Janelle and Christine recently commented on her assertions that she knew him well. In the same one-on-one conversations, Christine said, I met him when I was 18. Since I've known Kody for a while, I think I understand him fairly well. I also speak Kody fluently. I'm thinking, well, I don't know whether I really need someone to reiterate for me, Janelle remarked in a louder voice. Our marriage has lasted a very long time. Without you we managed quite well. Robyn and Kody Brown were spotted in a confessional during a special Family Women's event fasting on Christine Brown's marriage to David Woolley. They discussed the nuptials, to which they were not extended an invitation. Kody talked about Christine, their friendship, and her marriage to David during their comments. As Kody went on to discuss the details of Christine's marriage, Robyn grasped the arm and demonstrated to him who was the boss of their relationship. I was aware that David and Christine would tie the knot. At my family's house, I spotted an advertisement for marriage, Kody remarked. Therefore, the fact that several members of my family had been invited to the wedding kind of intrigued me. She created the culpability that I possessed, Kody started in a different voice. He was interrupted by Robyn, who said, Don't we feel so thrilled for them? Robyn held Kody's arm and said, We're just so happy for them, right? Kody continued talking. That is our goal. She also gave Kody a kiss at the end of her commentary to silence him.